breaking news out of Koreatown, where police have declared an unlawful assembly because of a protest that turned violent.
Protesters and counter-protestors clashing outside of a spa that's been at the center of the controversy. And this is video of police trying to control the crowds today. A woman posted a video. She was upset a transgender person was naked and inside the women's section of the We Spa in Koreatown. That video sparked today's protest, which then became violent. In a statement, We Spa said in part, Los Angeles contains a transgender population, some of whom enjoy visiting a spa. We Spa strives to meet the needs of all its customers.
This guy belongs on the other side, right here. He is not with us. Dude, right here. And they're watching. Pedophile is not a sexual orientation.
We Spa in Los Angeles has won the coveted Best Family Fun Spa Award. That was back in 2010. This weekend, though, their reputation was put to the test. A man, a biological male, walked into the female kids section of the spa with his genitals exposed. Most people didn't say anything. Nobody says anything anymore. They don't want to be called names. Except one woman, and she was not afraid to point out the obvious. Now, we probably redacted or bleeped out some of the vulgarity in here, which I personally think is kind of key to her response. But it's still amazing. Here's what she said about it.
It's okay for a man to go into the women's section, show his penis around the other women, young little girls underage. Your spa, We Spa, condone that. Is that what you're saying? Like I asked. It's so he could stay there. He could stay there. What sexual orientation? I see a it lets me know he's a man. He's a man. He is a man. He is not no female. He is not a female, sweetie. Okay? Girls down there, other women who are highly offended for what they just saw. And you did nothing. Absolutely nothing. In fact, you sided with him.
I saw it. He's a man. Yes, you're right, he is. Why don't more people say that? Tammy Bruce is the host of Get Tammy Bruce on Fox Nation. We're very happy to have her on tonight. Tam, there's just something about someone noticing the obvious in a moment when that's illegal that just, it made my day, I have to say.
Yes, in that case, the jerk had no clothes as opposed to the emperor, and you can't ignore that. But here's my concern. That's in California, and there's all kinds of rules and regulations which no doubt impact that business about who they can tell which room to use or bathroom or spa room. So that's a major problem. But my concern here is that the average transgender person, and I have perhaps more transgender friends than some of the people watching the program, and they are also appalled. This is not what anybody wants. For somebody who's going through the complicated experience of changing their gender, that's a serious dynamic. And you don't need, the last thing you need or you're looking for is the confirmation of using a bathroom or walking in front of a bunch of women and girls to confirm your identity. So I think that the gay community in particular, certainly the transgender community, has got to tell the gay political leadership to stop using us as this weapon to try to keep people divided. But the problem is, Tucker, when gay marriage was approved and Americans were saying, okay, sure, let's do it, suddenly, how are you going to raise money? Suddenly there has to be another controversy. It's like, oh, no, Yeah, there's gay marriage, that's fine, but they still don't want you in the bathroom or in the spa. I mean, this has got to stop because none of the transgenders want this. Nobody was worried about bathrooms. That's a jerk who goes to do that. That is not someone who is looking at their identity and handling situations appropriately. That was very different. And now people are drawing conclusions and making judgments about the gay community and the transgender community, which they should not do, because that is not what those people want. It's not what gay people want. It's what jerks want. And I love what that woman did. Coming up, defending herself, defending the minors, much like adults are doing at school boards these days, realizing that certain adults who are political don't have their best interests in mind and don't care about children. And I think right now the transgender community, like with Caitlyn Jenner, needs to speak up about fairness and about what we really stand for, what the gay community does, what other minorities do, and certainly what the transgender community likely stands for here.
Yeah, what about everybody else? I mean, what the hell, you know? I mean, yeah. Tammy, thank you. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you, dear.